Hello, welcome. Hope everybody's having a great week. Just doing a quick live tonight. I missed you last week, so I wanted to make sure that I got to do it with you this week. Last week I did it on Wednesday, which was unusual for me. So this week we're back on our regular schedule. Last week I went live for Pajama Crafter Stamps, which was really, really fun. So tonight I'm actually using Pajama Crafter Stamps, but I'm also going to be using the distress pencils and a few other Ranger products. We'll just kind of go along and talk about that as we go. But I'm just excited to play. I hope that you guys are ready to play. And I'm just going to jump right in just because I have kind of a lot to do. So I want to make sure that I'm able to finish the card. And I try to keep my lives to about an hour. So sometimes they're a little shorter and every now and then they're just a tiny bit longer, but I try to keep it right around an hour. So that is my goal. Hello. Let me get on my Facebook so that I can see who is commenting. Let's see. Jana, how are you? Thank you for joining. Let me turn down the sound on my phone. There we go. Now we should be covered. So the first set I'm going to use tonight, this is so cute. This is, so Prickly Pear is actually owned by Pajama Crafter now. So this set is actually, this goes here, sorry. This set and this die set are one of the things that I'm using tonight. And this is called Moon and Stars. And Darren will put up the links because he's awesome like that. So we're going to use the stars, the ones that are just kind of basic, and then one of the little, I guess it's kind of a star, kind of for like a shooting star. I can't think of what you would call that. What do you call that, Darren? Like the stream coming from it? I don't know what it's called officially. Do you have a technical term? I'll think of it right after the live if there is one. And then this cute little set, this is called High Five. And it's got all these cute little cats. And I have used a couple of them already this month, but I wanted to use this little guy. And there's a cute saying that says reach for the stars that I thought would be perfect for the card that we're going to make tonight. So we are going to use all of those things. May as well leave those out where I can get to them. And so I did a little bit of the stamping already. I did the cat, I did the stars, and now I'm going to just do a bunch of the little, I guess I'll call them star rays. If you can think of a better name for it, you can tell me. But that's, we need several of those. So we will start with that. What's everybody been up to? How's everybody's week going? What crafty thing is on your table? Okay, let's see. I'm going to need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of these. Hi, Donna. How are you? Welcome. I'm glad that you joined us. We're just getting started, so you're just in time. You haven't missed anything, really. Okay, so we've got, this will be the 4th one. We need 6 of these. So have any of you tried the distress pencils? I have used them before, but they're one of those things that if I don't, I'm the type of crafter that I like to have everything right where I can see it, because it gets lost in the shuffle if I don't. So my crayons are one of those things that I don't always remember because or my pencils, I should say, I tend to reach for my Prismas and my pencils more often. Well, even sometimes my alcohol markers, but I actually really love these pencils, and I just got the last 3 sets that came out, and so I thought it would be a good time to play with those and let you know what I think. And you are free to tell me how you use them, or if you've used them, what you like about them, what you don't like about them. Oh, did I get all of that? Yep, I did. It just looked weird to me for a minute. Okay, so I think we have all of our colors, or I mean all of our, well, there will be colors. I kind of spoiler alert there. But I think we have everything stamped now, other than our sentiment, but we'll do that after. I'm just going to put this right back so I don't lose it. Okay. I don't know why, but I cannot seem to figure out why this one's on here weird, but we will figure that out later. Okay. All right, and then one last thing, while we're just kind of letting that ink dry a little bit more, let's take, this is just a 3 3/4 by 5-inch piece of black paper. Sorry, just looking for my ugly bucket. Here it is. This is my spray bucket that I lovingly refer to as my ugly bucket. And I think first, do I want to do that first? Yeah. First, let's do this. I'm going to take some oxide ink. This is called Squeezed Lemonade. And mine is probably a little dry. I need to get the re-inker for this. And I am just going to make kind of a C shape. Oh, that is, we will be doing some of that. We will be using a wet brush right to the pencil tip. That is a great way to use these pencils. I agree. I like these pencils because I don't feel confident about my watercoloring skills. I like a little more control, and I just don't feel like I've mastered watercoloring that well. Maybe because I do need that control. But these pencils are great because you can color and then you can loosen it up a little bit after the fact. And it's a good fit for me. Okay, so we've got this just kind of glowy C shape kind of going on. And now I'm just going to take a couple of the oxide sprays, which I really, really like. So the first one I'm going to use, and I'm just going to barely squeeze it. Like, I'm not even going to do a full-on squirt. I'm just going to do it to where it barely squirts. Does that make sense? And this one is mustard seed. And I'm just going to very lightly, I don't know if you can see, just kind of, there we go. Because I just want a really fine mist of that. We've got a couple blobs in there, but that's okay. We want it to be like that because we're looking at space right now. So if you squirt it that way and you kind of squirt it in stages, you can see how you like it and you can control it better. Like I squirted it at first and I didn't get enough, but I could just finish it out, if that makes sense. So that kind of looks like space and super fast, right? Super fast and easy way to make kind of a space look. So we'll set this aside so it can dry. Honey, I don't have the sound on for you, but I see that Kelly says hi. Hello, Kelly. Oh, that sounds like fun. You're selling tickets at a basketball game. That sounds like a fun way to spend the evening. Good luck. I hope you sell a lot. Okay, so I've grabbed crayons, or I keep calling them crayons because they look like crayons, but they color like pencils. Actually, Ranger makes crayons as well, and they have a whole different feel to them. The Ranger crayons are kind of like, I would compare them kind of like gelatos. They kind of go on waxier, I guess is a better way to say it, but it's water soluble, so you just add a little water. They're looser. These ones are more precise. That's the best way. That is my limited way of being able to explain that to you, but hopefully that makes sense. Okay, so let's start with these ones because these ones are more dry. So I'm going to start. This one is the squeezed lemonade. And I am sorry, I don't know which set is which anymore. Other than the packaging, I will show you that. Let me show you how they're packaged. So they're packaged really nicely. And they come in their own little storage tin. They all have their own little space. So they're protected really well. And then on the back, because they know that crafters are going to be like me where I just have everything on my table, they have all the colors that go in each set. So when I'm done tonight, I can put them all away properly, and that makes that so much simpler. So there are 6 sets now of these crayons. And so if you're looking for a certain color, you can look under the different sets to find them. I'm one of those people who just has to have all of them. Plus, you know, you don't always have all the same colors in the same set that you love. So I'm just going to color the stars really just simply. The nice thing about these two is that they color less because they're not super sharp at the end. I mean, you can sharpen them and you can get them sharp on the end. But one of the nice things is with pencils, sometimes you get those harsh pencil lines if you push a little too hard or, you know, just however. And these don't do that. So that is one of the nice benefits of using these. Okay, I think we just about have this. So now we're just going to shade. So I'm just going to, just simple shading, nothing too crazy, but I'm going to go in and color a little darker color along the edges. Obviously, we want the middle brighter because that's the center of our star. And we'll just kind of do the same thing on these other two. And then I'm just going to actually take a little bit of orange. Let's see what it's called. This is called Spice Marmalade. So it's kind of a in between. It's like a really light orange or a really dark yellow, I guess. And I'm just going to go along the edges. Okay, so now we've got those kind of ready to go. I think, though, I'm going to go over this one more time. This is fossilized amber. It's kind of in between that light orange and the darkest yellow we used before, which was what? Was mustard seed. And I'm just kind of blending that orange out a little bit using the pencil. But when we get it wet, it's going to all smooth out a little bit more anyway. But just to kind of make sure that the color gradient is kind of smooth, this is kind of an easy way to do that. Okay, so now since I'm doing yellow anyway, I may as well do one of these. So we're going to do one of our little, I tell you, I still don't know what to call these little sun, or not sun, but star rays. Hi, Donna, how are you? I'm so glad you're here. Welcome. And we'll do the same thing. We'll just add some more of the darker pencil. Let me find that. Oh, that one's too dark. Here's our spiced marmalade. That one will be a good one for this. And we're not going to do the whole thing, but we're just going to kind of go over the edges a little bit, just to give it a little bit of depth. Yes, I got my pencils. I'm so excited. Okay, now let's go on to, let's just finish all of these ones first. So let's do red. So this is Candied Apple. It's one of my favorite distress colors. Honestly, I love them all. They all have a good use for them. I think they've been really well thought out and amazing color palettes. That is one thing I definitely think Ranger has a great handle on. And they're smart because they know that I will buy every single one. So they keep bringing in new colors and I keep buying them because I love them. It's snowing, Donna. Oh, hope you're staying cozy tonight. It snowed here last weekend. And that was kind of fun. I honestly didn't know if we were going to get any snow this year. So it was kind of a fun surprise. And it was a good weekend for it. It was a cozy weekend in. So our older son, Daniel, actually came and hung out with us and stayed. His work is only like 5 minutes from here. So he was like, yeah, may as well. His dog came too, and that was something. That's all I'm going to say about that. Having our 4 dogs and his dog together was kind of insane. Okay, so now we'll go back to, let's see, let's use, this one is Crackling Campfire, and this one is Carved Pumpkin. And Carved Pumpkin is a nice orange, which sometimes is hard to find just a nice medium orange for me. Sometimes I have a hard time finding those. But this is a really pretty orange. I feel like it's a true orange. Like your basic rainbow color orange. And then I'm going to use the Crackling Campfire. This has a little more yellow in it, I think, to just kind of define that a little bit more. Ooh, staying in the 20s sounds a little chilly. Little chilly for me. Okay, so let's do some green. This is called Twisted Citron. And you can see the color goes on really easy. And depending on how sharp your crayon is, they're pretty precise. Definitely, I usually like mine just a little bit sharper than I have them right this minute. But that's okay. They're working just fine. So far, I'm staying in the lines pretty well. I think I've only gone over the line a little bit. I kind of smudged a little bit on the orange, but shh, don't tell. Okay, so now we'll add some mowed lawn. And now we can go on to blue. This is Salty Ocean. It's a really pretty blue. Five dogs are the best. Well, five dogs are a lot when one of them is a big, big, big dog. And I just have yappy dogs. My four dogs are all kind of yappy. The big dog actually was not so yappy. She was just big. And it was snowing, so it was muddy. And oh my goodness, keeping up with the floor was ridiculous. Sorry, my eye is watering all of a sudden. Let me just grab a tissue. Hang on one sec. I've got one in this room, thankfully. I may have to dig under my latest. There we go. Okay. Sorry about that. Okay. So now I'm going to add, this is Faded Jeans. Nope, this is Prize Ribbon. I thought I was using Faded Jeans, but I guess I grabbed a different crayon. Either one works. And then last but not least, Darren's favorite color, purple. This is Wilted Violet. Hi, Anne-Marie. Welcome. Okay, so we've got our purple on there, and now we just need to add, this is Villainous Potion. And now I'm shaking the camera a little. Sorry about that. What I forgot to do, which I will do right now. So I've got this big, this goes through my big die machine. And it's nice when you're trying to color and you need a flat surface. It's hard to color on a silicone mat. So I wish I had thought of this earlier. Okay. So we've got all of these colored. So now we just need to do our kitty. Actually, I think I'll show you how to watercolor, add the water to these really quick, just so that they can be drying. Let me grab my spray bottle. I'm just going to squirt just a little bit of water on my mat. And I've got this just really fine brush. We'll start with yellow since that's the lightest color. And honestly, I'm mostly just smoothing out the color. And I love how easily you can get rid of any kind of harsh lines. And I just kind of dab at it around the edges so that I don't bleed over. And the nice thing too is that you can go back and do it again if it still looks splotchy. So now we'll do the orange. And I don't want to add too much water just because it does dry a little lighter. And if you're not careful, you can take the color off as you're kind of blending it in. So you want to make sure you're kind of just moving the color around and not wiping it off, if that makes sense. And I feel like when you kind of dab at it, it's easier to keep the color on the brush and on your image. So now we'll do some of this red. I'm starting in the middle because red is one of those ones that if it does bleed, you know it bleeds. It's kind of hard to hide. And I'm just kind of pushing up with the color away from the edges. All right, let's do purple next. I'll do the same thing, kind of go through the darker first and kind of move the color around a little bit. And now we'll do the blue. Isn't that blue pretty? I love it. And last but not least, we'll do our green. And we'll let that dry. So now, let me just wipe this off really quick. We'll start fresh. My, my paintbrush went under my mat. There we go. Okay. So now, for our little cat, I'm just going to take, I've got pumice stone, antique linen, hickory smoke, lost shadow, and just a little bit of picket fence. And I'm just going to draw little lines for fur. Actually, I want to start with lost shadow because that's a little bit lighter of a gray. And that's, we want the whole cat to have that color. And I'm giving you the very quick version of this. You can definitely take your time and be a lot more precise. But in the interest of time, I'm just working quickly. Just kind of drawing a line to kind of close his eyes off and just kind of give him a little bit more dimension through here. There's a little muzzly area would be. Is that a muzzle on a cat as well as a dog? I don't know. Oh, I'm glad that you like that. Let's see. Donna says you can also clear emboss over the black ink, which creates a little well so the water doesn't bleed through with the color in it. That's a good tip. That's true. I like that. One thing I'll also say about these pencils that I like is that once you do use a little bit of water on them, they're not so waxy that you can't add more pencil. Like you could use regular pencils on top, which we may just do to get a little bit more detail. You like that cat? I think he's cute too. Or she. Whichever you prefer. That whole set is just really fun. And I love the dog set too. I do have to tell you though that I have seen the release for next month, and I can't say anything other than stay tuned, because oh my goodness, I cannot wait. Okay, let's see, this one was pumice stone. This one is hickory smoke, so I'm going to use this one to give us a little bit more of our shadows. So probably under his arm a little bit. Under the neck a little bit. What is that? Yes, these are the Tim Holtz watercolor pencils. Anne-Marie, thank you. Yeah, thank you for your sweet comment. I haven't gotten a chance to respond to everybody's comments, but yes, those penguins are so cute. I have had so much fun creating projects with them. They are just too fun. Okay, I have to remember that I'm live and not keep going. So I will tell you the next part is that I would just squirt a little bit of water. We'll just put it right on that plate. It's not going to hurt anything. And then I just went through and I just went back and forth. This probably has a little bit of pink on it. So if it does, I apologize. No, maybe not too bad. And you can do as much or as little as you want. You can just soften those lines a little bit. I love that you can get that shadowy effect, but soften it up a little bit. Donna, I definitely think you could. These are really fun to work with. And this technique is nice and easy compared to a lot of others. You know what I mean? I think that this is just really forgiving. I love that you can get rid of harsh marks, because that's the hardest part of coloring, I think, is just making things look blended and even. So there's a basic gist of that. I do have one that's already cut out that I'm going to use. I do need to cut out. I have all of the little starbursts cut out too, but my die moved. I didn't have it taped down very good. And so I need to just do the yellow one really quick because it did not cut out properly. So let me just do this really quick. And there are dies available for the cat. I don't happen to have those, but they are available on the site. I should have told you that, Darren. Sorry. Okay. Hopefully I didn't do that too soon. Yep, it looks like it's okay. All right, so now let me grab all of our pieces. And I think I like this one better, the one that we did live. So we're going to use this. And we've got, there's a cat that's all done. I added yellow to the eyes and some pink, you can see. And I actually used just a little bit of gel pen to give a little bit more highlight through the fur, give it a little more texture. I need all of these. And we've got our stars. Okay. So I think we'll put our little kitty on there first. I think that we definitely want to pop that up. I'm going to go all out on the foam because where it's been wet, sometimes it curls up a little bit more. So just to be safe. Oh, I'm glad you like it. Oh, hi, Luann. This background was really easy, really quick. So I just used some Distress squeezed lemonade and a blending brush and did like a C shape. And then I just spritzed just a tiny bit of mustard seed oxide spray and Lost Shadow. And that's all it took to do that. It was super easy. Almost got all my little backers off. Okay, let's put him right about there. Perfect. I love that. Okay, so let's put this star up first so that we can kind of work from there. So I'm just going to use smaller foam so that I have room to work underneath it a little bit. Because we'll start at the ends and work our way forward. So I'll put it kind of right there. And let's see how that's going to do. See if we need to move that at all. I think we spaced that just about right. Still haven't figured out what I'm doing with the sentiment. That there's not a lot of room left, so we'll have to figure that out. But we'll work that out as we go. All right, let me grab. I think I'm going to use, just in case we have to move anything, I'm going to just use glue dots because those are a little easier to move around should I need to. And knowing me, there's a good chance I will need to. You know, usually if I have anything that's smart like that, Anne-Marie, it's because I have made the mistake enough times that I finally get it through my head. Because I definitely I definitely make a lot of mistakes. I try to take the bullet for you guys so that I can help you not make the same mistakes. Okay, so let's do the red one, and we'll just do one close to the top of it. Then we can add another one after. That way we can kind of gauge where we're at. Because I think, yeah, I think we need to move this green one up a little bit. Not too much, just a little bit. All right, and then yellow. I don't know if that's perfectly spaced, but I'm not sure if I care. Let me see. That's okay. I like that. Okay, so now we can add our last little stars. And then we just got to figure out what we're doing about this sentiment, because I have not left any room for sentiment. Oh, thanks, Donna. Thank you, thank you. You guys are so sweet. You guys always make me feel so good. I get nervous before, but you guys always make me feel calm once I get started. Okay, so now let's see. I definitely want to use Reach for the Stars. So I think we could put it kind of going across. We can just pop it up. I think that's what we'll do. We'll just pop it up. So let's just put it on some white. There's my Misty. Let's see if I've got a little piece of white handy. I do. And me too, Anne Marie. I think that's how I'm going to do it. Keep the focus on the stars and put it down at the bottom, and I think it'll balance better. And then I'm going to just do that one more time because I just like my sentiment to be nice and dark. Yep, I think that will do. Now let's see if I can cut this out straight. I've been known to use dies to cut out my sentiments because I do struggle to get it straight, but I think in the interest of time, I'm just going to trim it out. All right, this will be the tricky one. Okay, might be a little whiter than I want. All right, now it gets tricky because I'm working with such a small one. So I'm just going to use some repositionable tape because I'm telling you, I have to have it taped down because I can't keep it in the right spot. So I'm just going to trim that out and hope I don't cut off the top of the letter. Came pretty close, but I think we're okay. And then let's see how this does. Ooh, you don't get much closer than that. Yes, thank goodness for this tape, huh? Okay, so now we'll just trim off that end. And then I think we'll maybe put a little bit of a notch in the end. So let me see, where's my scissors? There they are. I think that will be okay. I still like it down at the bottom. I think about right there. So I'm just going to add a bit of foam. And then I think I'll use, let me see how high is that. So I've said this before, I've got a couple of different brands and I like that because you can see that they're not the same depth. Like, look at the difference of those. So I'm going to use the smaller one, and please don't ask me the brands because I honestly don't know. But just watch for that when you're buying your foam squares. Maybe get a couple of different brands. All right, there we go. That works. Okay, so now we just need to mat this and put it on our card. I wonder if this is up a little too high. Let's move it down just a hair. Yeah, I like that better. Of course, now I messed with it. It's going to be stinky, so let's get a new one. I have no fingernail on my thumb right now. No extra on the edge, so I feel like I've lost one of my tools. Okay, that's just, I think that just is a little better where it's placed. And then I'm going to use some, this is Brutus Monroe glitter stock. They have really good glitter stock. I love their glitter stock. So I'm just going to use a little bit of that to just set our card off a little bit. So I'm going to cut that to 4 inches. By 5 1/4. Sorry if you can't see that. These trimmers are just so big, you can't see the whole thing. Okay, and then I think that'll give us just enough of a border that it doesn't take over the card, but it sets it off. What do you think? Do you think that the red's good, or should we do blue? I have blue as well. I'm kind of leaning towards it. Let me see if I've got it handy, or if I don't, then I won't worry about it. I don't think I do have it handy. But we can do this and kind of get a preview of if we like blue better. I don't know. I might like the blue. Give me 1 second, guys. Oh, you think red definitely? Okay. Well, I will do red just for you, Donna. Okay, let's see. Let's grab some sticky tape. All right, you guys, red it is. Red it is. So what's everyone doing this weekend? Anything fun? All right, it's, you know, it looks like it's definitely, there's no not doing red now. And really not in a minute because it's going to be stuck. Hopefully forget. All right, let's see. Tomorrow, Anne-Marie is going to her sister's house to help finish her 2 boys' bedroom makeovers. Oh, that's so nice. I bet she really appreciates your help on that. That's so nice of you. That's awesome. Those boys are going to be so excited. Oh, yeah, Donna, I vote for no fever. I'm actually going to reorganize our bedroom this weekend. Okay. So let's put it on a card base, which is also Burgess Monroe. They sell a pre-cut, pre-scored card bases, and I love using those. Oh yeah. Okay, let's glue this puppy down. And if you're wondering why I haven't been using my glue tonight, it's so sad. The pin, I am so careful with the pins anymore because I know I have to have that pin because other pins, they rust. So the little ball came off the end. So I need to buy a new pin, but I did bend it so that I can still use it. But it's kind of scary to have it like that. I'll be definitely careful to make sure I put it right back in so that it doesn't end up, there's nothing to really let you see it too easily. So there we go. There we go. And there is no ribbon. I haven't decided if we're putting some, I think I have decided that we've got to put some little jewels on there because it's just, it feels naked to me without them. But if they look dumb, we'll take them off. You guys can tell me if they look dumb. It won't hurt my feelings. I don't think I want colors. I think I just want, because I like the colors to be in the rainbow. So I'm thinking if we just use a couple of these, maybe just here and there. Yes, yes to jewels always is my motto, I think. All right. I think that just kind of ties it to the background a little bit more. And I think that we can call this one done. Oh, I can see that this is a little bit crooked. Oh, it's not too bad. I'll try not to notice too much because, boy, these, I say as I fix it. All right, I think that's better. Okay, so there you have it. And if you have any more questions about the distress pencils, if you haven't used them, or if you have any more tips on how to use them, I was going to use them. I was going to just add water. Donna even mentioned that one really nice way to use them, if you like to watercolor already and are comfortable with that, especially, is that you can just get your paintbrush wet and just directly use it on the end of the crayon. This is barely wet and you can see that it's getting some color on there. And that's a great way to keep control and to keep your paintbrush from getting overly wet, because I think that's where I go wrong so often when I'm trying to watercolor, is the water control. That's where I need more lessons, I guess. But anyway, that is not one set of pencils. This is pieces of pencils from all 6 sets. So each set comes with, let's see, looks like 12. And they come in these nice tin containers, and then it'll tell you on the back what colors are included in each set. And so there are 6 currently. 3 of them just were recently released. So that is where all of these came from. You also, I should show you this too, because I thought this was a really smart idea. I don't know if you can buy the colored pencils separate, but you can buy a pack that has just the white and the black in it, which I thought was really smart. So, all right. Any other questions? Thank you so much, you guys. Thank you, Donna. All right. Well, I can see I told you my eye was watering earlier. Sorry if I look scary. Hopefully I don't look too scary. I'm not sure what I'm doing yet next week, but I will be live next Friday. I'm going to try to stay on my schedule. As long as there's nothing unforeseen, I should be here. And if you have any requests of projects, you can either leave them in the comments here or on My Creative Sister. If you haven't joined the group, then definitely join the group. Invite your friends to join the group. There is a YouTube channel for My Creative Sister. There's also the Crafty Shenanigans channel that I would love for you to subscribe to. If we get a few more subscribers on the My Creative Sister YouTube channel, we'll probably get more content in there more frequently. Probably they go hand in hand, so we will work on that as well. Sue has 6 kids. And how many grandkids does she have now, Darren? Is it 15? I think it's 15. It could be more. She has several. So she's really busy, and so she doesn't always have time. Like, she just really does not have enough hours in the day. So she's on when she can be, and she loves to craft. So it's always a treat when she's on. But if you're wondering if, why she's not as present, that is why. She's a very, very busy woman. All right. Well, thank you again. And I love you all so much and appreciate you and appreciate your kindness. And I will talk to you later. Bye.